So I'm here with Sean O'Connor, who is doing his part to keep our financial markets secure. So Sean, tell us a lot more about yourself and your role at DTCC, and also what DTCC does.
That's a good question. Good question. DTCC is a significantly important financial market utility, obviously a critical component for U.S. and world markets. My role there is I run the offensive cybersecurity team, which is comprised inside the Threat Management Center. That's run by our CISO, and we have the SOC and Operations Center. We have kind of this red team, so it's kind of a blue team, red team, purple team. We have a separate team that monitors the content and controls for that blue team, and we spend our time trying to gain access, right? We're emulating nation-state actors inside our environment and seeing how those threat chains play out.
Wow. So sounds like there's a lot of DTCC, and it plays a very pivotal role in the financial industry, just like the volume of the data and the platforms and everything which you work with.
Certainly. So there's many very sensitive segments inside the network, a lot of specialized technologies, but we're responsible for quadrillions of transactions per year, millions of transactions a second. So, obviously it's a very critical space.
How do you pick in that space a partner to partner with, and what kind of activities and the criteria goes in choosing a software partner or a hardware partner?
So our pen test methodology is to emulate threat actors around the world, right? Incidents that we see take place in other financial companies and other tech companies around the world. So this program has been running for more than 10 years, and our quest to find kind of the best of breed, the best testers to implement our team in these very specialized, restricted segments is really key. It's to form relationships with those guys and work with them year after year has certainly been a challenge. It takes us years to validate a vendor, to onboard a vendor, but moreover to build a relationship with them and understand what those testers, those employees, what their capabilities are. You gotta, understand their limitations and be able to trust them in those environments.
So as we were talking about it in the backstage here, that Rocket Software, so we take pride in not being considered a software vendor, but a software partner. But right. We have over long-standing relationship in the security.
Certainly.
So over a decade or so?
Over a decade.
Wow. So as we're talking about the innovation and modernization without disruption, and how do you see the domain of cybersecurity, and you've been in the offensive side of the cybersecurity and trying to prevent the threat actors, and AI? Do they intersect? Do they not intersect? Or how does that look like in the financial markets?
Yeah, so much to talk about there. So certainly, I'm also the founder and chair for the Pentest Managers Group as part of FSISAC. And over the years, I've certainly seen certainly financial companies, but other tech companies that have started independent pen test groups inside their companies and have been very innovative in that space. So I see that more and more. I think over the next couple of years, I think it's just going to be a standard, just like vulnerability management. But with AI, we don't have a ton of models inside DTCC. We have a ton of controls. It's something we're heavily looking at. We've certainly leveraged AI to do some components to our pen testing, certainly around surveillance and discovery. I would like to see over the next couple of years how AI is going to play a role in the defenses, like on the security operations side, as far as triggering alerts and processing logs, and that's going to be very interesting how that plays out. Much to my detriment, as it's going to hurt us. But certainly, and there's been some frameworks and some preliminary tools around testing of AI that we've seen, and we've done some of that in our environment.
And it's an amazing story on what you have done at DTCC. And if I know your platform, you still have You talk about modernization without disruption. You're doing all of the security platform on mainframes for this high transaction volume. That's amazing.
Yeah, it's certainly hard to find. Yeah, that's one of the hardest environments to find specialists in that actually are, best of breed. So, I mean, I can't emphasize how good Rocket was in that space. So.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Sean, for taking time with us. Thank you, everyone, for taking time with us. And Sean, thank you for continue to make our financial markets secure. Thank you.
Thank you.